Hey everyone, so I have quite a few makeup tutorials coming up, and I thought that you guys might get a little bit bored with the 4 or 5 tutorials I have coming up because that's just constantly what I'm doing. So I thought I'd throw a little review in there just to spice it up a bit. I'm going to be reviewing today some of the E.L.F. products, and a lot of people think that brand is just terrible or it must be terrible because they're only $1, but I've actually found that to be false for quite a few of their products, so I'm just going to review the ones that I have and just give my opinions on them. So I'm going to start out with some of their brushes that I have. So the first one is their bronzing brush, which looks like this. And this brush, okay, well, let me say, the first 2 products I bought from E.L.F. were this bronzer, so I'll review in a second, and then this. And I used this brush, and this was way back when I very first started experimenting with makeup. And I used this in here and I swirled it on and I put it on, and then if I went like this, there'd be like a flat line of just like bronze. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So then when I finished putting it all on, which took forever, mind you, I looked completely orange and it was terrible. But this bronzer is not that bad. Like I said, I'll review it in a second. So this brush, as a bronzer brush or any form of a powder brush, I think is terrible because you'll probably end up just looking like a cake face. But, however, this brush, I really like to use it to contour, and if I just really want, like, super pink, blushy rose cheekbones, then this brush is amazing for that. So, yeah, but just don't use it for any form of an all-over face makeup brush. I think it's just, not good. So the next brush, you guys have seen me use like 1,000 times, is their eyeshadow brush. And I don't even know if I need to go too in-depth with this. You guys know that I have mad love for this little guy. This thing works amazing. It's soft, it's easy to apply products with. It's amazing. Okay, and then their powder brush, and this one is actually from their studio line. So it looks like this, and it's completely flat-topped. This is so soft, so nice. I wouldn't recommend applying bronzer with this. Once again, it could get really orange. But definitely this is great for powder. It really just packs it on there and gives you full coverage, and it's super soft, and it's also really good for contouring. So nice. And then their all over powder brush is actually pretty amazing. Looks like that. The bristles are kind of rough, but it spreads out the product evenly, so that's good. So it's nice for that. Okay, so now for bronzers. So I have their bronzer in Sun-Kissed. And this, I think, is actually better to just use as like a wash of color on your cheekbones than it is as an all-over bronzer, or this is even a good like gold eyeshadow. Because as an all-over bronzer, it made me look really shiny and really orange. But obviously, I'm a lot more pale than other people are, so it may work differently for them. From their studio line, I have their golden bronzer, and it looks like this. I like to use this. So I like to swirl it together. Actually, okay, yeah, I use this for a lot of things, actually. This is like a drugstore favorite for me, for sure. So sometimes I like to use these as eyeshadows because they're separated pretty evenly. Sometimes I like to take this brush or like this one or any powder brush, really, swirl it around in the middle and then dust it over my face lightly. And then sometimes I like to swirl together and just do it on my cheeks. And sometimes I like to take, I know a lot of sometimes, but I like to take this brush and tap it in here if I want to highlight, in here if I want to hollow out here, sometimes even just on here. And then, yes, sometimes, and then those 2 as well. So I just use them separately, these 3 as blushes, and then just this one as a highlight. So this is a very just like flexible little device, and I think all the shades are really pretty and really nice, so I definitely recommend it since it was only $3. So then, for blush, I have, what is this? All Over Color Stick in Golden Peach. And this is a really nice, just cream stick blush to just glide on really quickly and then just rub it in with 2 fingers. I think it gives it really nice golden glow, and it goes really well with a tan, so that's nice. Okay, so their eyelid primer, which I just got last night, and I got it in sheer. My Benefit Stay Don't Stray has actually been creasing lately, and that's really bad. I hate it when my shadow creases. That is just like a huge pet peeve for me. So I'm going to zoom in on my eyes and close them so you can see that my shadows have not creased today and just like what they look like. So, okay. So that is what they look like. Hopefully you guys got a good look. If not, you can go back and pause it when they're closed and look even better. But as you can see, it is not creased at all. It's amazing. And by now, my Benefit Stay Don't Stray probably would have made it crease. I think, I'm not like dissing on the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. I think it's great as an under eye concealer and for your smile lines here. But as an eye concealer, it keeps everything in place, but it doesn't really prevent it from creasing. So this is just amazing though. It did a great job and it was only $1. So I don't have any of their eyeshadows, but like I said, I'd like to use this as an eyeshadow. My cousin has their Encyclopedia palette, and I've used and like tested out the pigments of those colors, and they look and feel really nice. So I'm guessing their eyeshadows are really good then. But I do have one of their eyeliners in Ash. It looks like this. So this glides on really easily, and the color pigments are nice, but if you're gonna wear this, like, so let's say you're someone who just like to wear eyeliner, you don't like to wear eyeshadow, or it's just one of those days where you only want to wear eyeliner, don't use a primer. Because if you use a primer, especially if you use it up here and everything, when you if you look up, and if you do that for like a long period of time, the color will easily stick because the primer is making it stick. And then you'll have those, yucky rings up there. So don't use a primer so that way, and don't use a lotion on it or anything so that way your lids are not dry, but so that way it won't shift around or move or anything, because it can move very easily. But you can wear it with eyeshadow, and the powder of the eyeshadow should probably keep it from moving, but I recommend not wearing it with a cream shadow for sure. So then the last product is their Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara in black. So the brush looks like this. I'm actually wearing some of it right now, so I'll zoom in again and show you what it looks like. I think it actually works pretty well. Especially for, most drugstore mascaras are better than high-end ones for sure. But yeah, I think this works pretty well, so I recommend it for sure. But overall, the E.L.F. products, I think definitely work pretty well. I think they just don't get enough credit for how well they work. Oh, I have 2 of their lip glosses, but my mom has them with her right now, so I can't show you them. But their lip glosses, I think they just glide on really easily, and the texture is amazing, and the color pigments are just gorgeous, so the lip glosses are also amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. More tutorials will be coming up soon, and I will see you next time. Bye!